All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, if you didn't know, now you know. There's a new narrative going around that not enough black doctors is harmful to public health. Now, most people, at least I'd assume, when you go to the doctor and you're in need of some assistance, you're in need of some help, you just want to get operated on by the best, the most qualified individual to do so. If they're good at what they do and they've been doing it for years, then more power to them. I think the true danger lies in lowering the standards to become a doctor and pushing people forward into this profession simply because of the color of their skin. But let's see what CNN has to say about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we're watching. Now let's roll it.
Fewer than 6% of doctors in the U.S. identify as black or African American. That's despite the fact that the community makes up 12% of the country's total population, and that's raising concerns about the impact on public health.
CNN Health reporter Jacqueline Howard joins us now. So, Jacqueline, what is being done to rectify this?
That's the thing, Bianna. More needs to be done to make sure that our physician workforce here in the U.S. reflects the diversity seen among patients. Now, what has been done so far, we've seen more efforts to get STEM programs in grade schools. At the medical school level, we've seen more mentorship programs, particularly for students of color. But when you look at the physician workforce right now, active doctors at this moment, we're still seeing 5.7% are black or African American, and that's compared with, as Victor said, 12% of the U.S. population. When you look at Native Americans, less than 1% of doctors are Native American, and that's compared with up to 2% of patients. When you look at Hispanic or Latino physicians, 6.9% are doctors, compared with up to 18% of the U.S. population. So those differences are what's concerning here, and experts say we need to do more to make sure our doctor workforce reflects the diversity seen among patients.
Yeah, we need to do more because the research shows, and we've discussed this before, the benefits of a more diverse workforce. Sometimes doctors will dismiss the concerns or symptoms of a certain demographic. Explain what the studies show.
Exactly, Victor. And research shows that when we have a more diverse physician workforce, there's more understanding and more trust between the patient and the doctor. If the doctor has an understanding of the patient's cultural experiences, cultural background, lived experiences, especially when it comes to racism or discrimination or other aspects of their life, that can help with that physician-patient relationship. And we also see that patients are more likely to follow a physician's medical advice if they do have a feeling of being heard and understood. So all this plays a role in really improving public health, Victor and Bianna.
Now, she just said that research shows that when there's a more diverse panel of physicians and doctors, that people feel more comfortable. Now, I pulled up some articles to show that this isn't just something that CNN is talking about. The actual American Association of Medical Colleges is even talking about this, saying that they need to eliminate bias from medical school admissions, less reliance on the MCAT and GPA scores, and a more holistic view of the whole student could drastically increase the number of black medical students, one dean argues. And that's what I meant in the beginning when I said this narrative that they're trying to push is dangerous. I don't have a problem with them wanting to introduce programs to, I don't know, schools that are more heavily minority to make them want to be interested in going into the medical field or to prepare them for going into the medical field, but don't lower the standards that it requires to become an actual doctor or a physician, because the people who are really going to suffer when it comes to something like that are the patients. And here's another headline from Newsweek: removing the MCAT could improve diversity in medicine. I don't know, you guys. I think diversity and inclusion might just be the end of all of us. Diversity should not be more important than efficiency. Who is the best? When it comes to sports, we don't do any diversity and inclusion when it comes to sports. The NBA would not dare say it's not enough white people in the NBA. Sports is a very cutthroat industry, and to be honest, I think being a doctor or a pilot, or things of this nature should be just as cutthroat. It shouldn't be about what color you are. It should be about being the best. They want more black people, Latinos, and Native Americans to become doctors, but if they lower the standards and more of us are pushed through, then there will actually become a stigma of, oh, I don't know if they're qualified to do it. You know why? Because you lowered the standards for them to get in. And the last headline here reads, the lack of black doctors in the U.S. isn't just disappointing, it's dangerous. Let me actually read a little bit of this. Only 5.7% of U.S. doctors are black compared to the general population representation of 12%. Hispanics are even less representative. 6.9% of doctors identify as Latino compared to 19% representing the population. Now, my question is, what number are we trying to achieve? Like, what is the goal here? I would love to see the look on one of these people's faces if they go to get operated on and then their doctor tells them that, oh, I'm only here because I'm black. Again, this isn't about talking down on people of color, but the main thing I want to stress is that efficiency, how well you do your job, should be more important than diversity. Lowering the standards to become a doctor, lowering the standards to become a pilot, an engineer, an architect, this stuff can have seriously bad repercussions on our society. Certain fields like this have high standards to get in because they're very high stress. And if you mess up, it could literally mean someone's life. This is not something that you play around with. The truth that they don't want to mention, especially in Asian culture, is that they have a culture that pushes their kids towards careers in the STEM fields and in the medical fields and things of this nature that are extremely hard to get into. But that's kudos to them. I'ma just keep it real. Black people, we don't have a culture that pushes our children, that pushes our, younger generations to do these things. So that's what we need more of, and maybe we will see it the natural way without some type of intervention or lowering the standards. Don't make everyone else suffer because you don't see the representation that you want to see in the medical field by lowering the standards for more black people and more Hispanics and Native Americans to get in. Let them get it the hard way. Let them get in the hard way, just like the white people and the Asians did. But that's it for the video, you guys. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on your way out the door. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.